For decades, Americans have worried about the costs of energy and even whether energy sources will eventually run out. But over time, renewable energy sources such as solar and wind power have emerged as potential solutions. In pursuit of a renewable energy future, an innovative federal agency, the National Renewable Energy Laboratory, is conducting some of the most groundbreaking research underway today. These videos are made possible by the generous contributions of viewers like you. If you share our passion for preserving the rich history of our United States government, please consider making a donation to support our channel. Enjoy the video. The need for new forms of energy became painfully apparent in 1973, when tensions in the Middle East led to an oil embargo and sparked an energy crisis. Americans fumed in gas lines. Along with Watergate and disco, the 1970s will always be remembered for hours-long waits for fuel. In late 1974, President Ford signed legislation that created the Solar Energy Research Institute, or SERI, within the federal government. President Jimmy Carter took great interest in renewable energy, and research, especially into solar power, accelerated. To show his commitment to renewable energy, President Carter had solar panels installed on the roof of the White House. When Ronald Reagan, a skeptic on the subject of renewable energy, became president, he famously removed the solar panels from the White House. He also drastically cut the SERI budget. Despite hitting political obstacles within the government, research on renewable energy continued. In 1983, SERI expanded its scope to include wind power and biomass, which is renewable energy derived from organic matter. In 1983, the agency also opened its first building at what would become a research complex near Golden, Colorado. Legislation in 1986 made it possible to license SERI's technological advances to private companies. By the end of the 1980s, 20 startup companies had emerged from SERI's research and development. In 1991, President George H.W. Bush designated SERI as a national laboratory, and its name was changed to the National Renewable Energy Laboratory, or NREL. The National Wind Technology Center, which is administered by NREL, was dedicated at Rocky Flats, Colorado in 1994. Early versions of wind turbines could spin dangerously out of control, sometimes literally throwing off their blades. NREL researchers helped develop safe and effective wind turbines which went into widespread use. In 2000, the National Bioenergy Center began operating under the direction of the NREL. It was dedicated to the goal of making ethanol from cellulose cost competitive with gasoline by 2012. Though the goal was not met, NREL and its partners continued to work toward testing and rolling out new enzyme technology to perfect the process. The NREL campus in Colorado showcased renewable energy. Its 5-level parking garage was equipped with a solar photovoltaic array on the roof that allowed employees to charge their electric cars. A vitally important part of the work of NREL was to partner with industry. The research could not be useful if innovations and products using them did not get to market. In 2017, a study showed that NREL, which employed less than 2,000 people, had a positive economic impact of more than $1.1 billion. Work on renewable energy sometimes took researchers into unexpected realms. When wind turbines were found to be hazardous to eagles, NREL personnel conducted advanced research into the birds' soaring habits. Eagles tagged with GPS devices helped researchers compile detailed maps of their flight paths. With that information, wind farm operators were able to curtail activity when eagles were present and still generate renewable energy that was also safe for wildlife. This video was brought to you by the Public Education Project, an independent nonprofit group dedicated to improving public knowledge of the government by sharing the rich history and exciting stories of the federal agencies that serve our nation. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe now to start your journey into the fascinating history of the U.S. government today. If you'd like to delve deeper into the rich history of the National Renewable Energy Laboratory or any other federal agency, be sure to visit our Agency Histories page at publiceducationproject.org. featuring nearly 250 detailed pages showcasing the diverse stories of agencies dating back to the nation's founding. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok so you don't miss out on new videos and updates.